I who am she, the fair folk flock to dwell beneath my boughs. I who am May, sweet, heavy, pungent, signalling discard of clout. I who am Thorn, my pixie pears ripen once soughing witches fly past done. I who am Queen, of strengthening, healing magic, calmative and soother. I who am Goddess, Hagthorn, Clutie, symbol of fertility. I am the hawthorn tree.
Hi, I'm Tan Harvey, and behind me stands the most beautiful lady, the hawthorn. Hawthorn has more connections with ancient traditions and beliefs than virtually any other tree.
In Celtic mythology, the hawthorn was one of the most likely trees to be inhabited and protected by the fairy folk. Usually standing alone, such trees cannot be harmed or cut down without incurring the wrath of their otherworldly guardians. To this day, in municipal places, the groundsman will not mow under a hawthorn. I doubt that they still know that what stops them is the fear of shredding the fairies. So, if you wish to meet the fairy folk, the place to be is under a hawthorn tree. Be aware though, should you be tempted to travel with them to their world, that time works very differently there. The famous 13th century poet and mystic, Thomas the Rhymer, met the queen of the fairies beneath a hawthorn tree. He travelled with her to the fairy realm for a brief sojourn. On returning, he was shocked to find out that he had been gone for 7 years. As May, hawthorn is the only British plant that is named after the month in which she blooms. Mayflowers are hermaphrodites. Each flower is both male and female. Highly scented, white, sometimes pink. They have 5 petals and grow in flat-topped clusters. The well-known folk proverb, "Ne'er cast a clout till the May is out," refers to the hawthorn, the May tree, not to the month. In other words, don't discard your winter clothes, your clouts, until the May flowers. She is an excellent judge of the weather, and she won't flower until any risk of frost has passed.
Here we go gathering nuts in May, nuts in May, nuts in May. Here we go gathering nuts in May on a bright and sunny morning.
Isn't that the wrong season? We don't get nuts in May, we get flowers. Shall we try the right wording? Here we go gathering knots of May. And the second and the third verse? Who will you have for knots of May? And I will have X for knots of May. It's a May Day rite for deciding who you will go a-maying with. A-maying is the custom of gathering the flowering boughs, but it was also a chance for the young lads and lasses to frolic in the woodland. After all, hawthorn is the fertility tree. In fact, the blossoms of the hawthorn feature heavily in May Day celebrations. Large leafy branches were cut, set in the ground outside the house and decorated. Called May bushes, they were to protect the house. Flowering branches would also be used to make garlands, hence the need to gather knots of May. The belief that hawthorn blossom, brought indoors, will be followed by illness and death most likely came from the Church's attempts to eradicate the old rites. As thorn, hawthorn is the tree most often found in English place names. It is also the one most frequently mentioned in Anglo-Saxon boundary charters, and as thorn it is also considered to be protective, an excellent tree for hedgerows. It is also as thorn that she is a sacred or holy tree. From the Holy Thorn of Glastonbury to the trilogy of oak, ash and thorn, which when found growing together naturally are sacred to the fairy folk. Growing alongside natural wells or springs, hawthorn protects them. These places are especially sacred to the fairy folk. It's a customary practice to tie strips of cloth, flouties, to the hawthorn as offerings or gifts, wishes or messages to these otherworldly beings. Hawthorn is also known as the witch's tree. It used to be believed that hawthorns were witches who had transformed into trees, and a long history is claimed for witches dancing and performing rites under the thorn. In the past, most witches were supposed to have had at least one hawthorn in their garden. Hawthorn is also known as gateway tree. That is one which holds a doorway between our realm and the fairy realm. Blossoming at Beltane, her haws, berries, also known as pixie pears, agles, haglets or hickeys, ripen at Samhain, when witches are said to fly. These are two critical times, fertility and harvest, when the veil between the worlds thins. As queen, hawthorn is one of the greatest herbs on the planet for healing the heart, physically, emotionally and spiritually. She functions as a tropo-restorative, having long-term benefits to the heart and circulatory system when taken over time. She is used to treat high blood pressure and to strengthen the heartbeat and smooth out its rhythm. On the emotional and spiritual side, hawthorn is also a heart healer. Any time that you have suffered heartbreak, where you can physically feel your heart hurting, hawthorn will help you to heal by providing an energetic protection. You can see this in the tree herself, giving her medicine freely whilst creating a protective space with her thorns. Hawthorn has a potent nervine effect, calming both nerves and spirit. Her berries are also an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. The young shoots, the leaves and flower buds were known as bread and cheese. They can be eaten directly from the tree, but they are also good in salads. They have a sweet, nutty flavour. Remember though, if you harvest all the flower buds or flowers, that there won't be any berries later in the year. All parts of the hawthorn can be used and dried for storage. The flowers, leaves and de-seeded berries can be used to make teas, syrups, elixirs and pastes. Fruit leather from the berries is especially good. Do be sure to de-seed the berries though, as with many fruits their seeds contain cyanide. The wood of the hawthorn is very hard and rock resistant and makes brilliant tool handles. And every shepherd tells his tale under the hawthorn in the dale. The Ancient Sacred and Magical Tree series is part of the Celtic Earth Spirit project on preserving the knowledge of the old ways for posterity. Come along and join us on the website celticearthspirit.co.uk/lorekeepers, or subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. We could always do both.